In the late 1980s and early 1990s, a lot of urban inner-city neighborhood-set movies started coming out. One of the first more modern films from that era was the 1988 movie, Colors. Like a lot of other people, I enjoy that film, although it did get some valid criticisms for being more about the two police characters and not being as authentic as it could have been. One of the people who criticized Colors was John Singleton. He disliked the movie so much that it inspired him to write and direct a more authentic film set in the same area. That film was Boys in the Hood, which is a really good movie. Boys in the Hood featured hip-hop legend Ice Cube in his first movie role. A few years later on, Ice Cube set out to make a different type of movie set in South Central LA that was more comedic and fun. That movie ended up being the 1995 film, Friday. Friday is a really great comedy that also has a few really good moments of drama and suspense. To this day, I still think it is Ice Cube's best movie, and I don't think he has been able to recapture the magic he made with it, although he certainly came close with the really decent 2002 comedy, Barbershop. Friday overall just works in every way, and it has even given us all the gift of the phrase,
"Bye, Felicia,"
which will live on as the universal way to tell people to beat it for years to come. Well, with all that, this is the 1995 movie, Friday, 10 Things You May Not Know. Number 10. After Ice Cube had written the film, he was able to pick his own director. He chose well-known hip-hop music video director, F. Gary Gray. Gray had previously worked with Ice Cube on the music video for his 1992 song, It Was a Good Day. Gray had also directed the Dr. Dre and Ice Cube collaboration music video for the 1994 song, Natural Born Killers. One of the reasons Ice Cube chose Gray was because he grew up in a very similar neighborhood in South Central LA. The movie actually ended up being filmed in the neighborhood where Gray grew up. In fact, the black and white flashback scene was actually filmed in front of Gray's childhood home. Number 9. Director F. Gary Gray actually makes a cameo in the film. During the scene in the convenience store, when Ezell tries to pull a slip-and-fall con, Gray can be seen as the employee mopping up the floor and telling Ezell that the floor isn't even wet over there. Number 8. DJ Pooh, who co-wrote the film with Ice Cube, was originally going to play Smokey, because the character was in part based on his life. The studio New Line Cinema wasn't on board though, because they didn't feel that DJ Pooh was a big enough name. After previously considering Chris Rock or Tommy Davidson for the role, Ice Cube saw Chris Tucker perform on Def Comedy Jam and convinced New Line Cinema that he should play Smokey, which probably wasn't too hard because Tucker had just appeared in the New Line Cinema 1994 movie, House Party 3. Friday really launched Tucker's acting career, and he went on to have a ton of success, specifically co-starring with Jackie Chan in the Rush Hour movie franchise. Number 7. The film was heavily influenced by the 1994 independent film Clerks, directed by Kevin Smith. Like that famous independent movie, Friday takes place all in one day. Ice Cube and director F. Gary Gray even considered shooting it in black and white, but ultimately they decided against it, although they did put the flashback scene where Red gets punched by Debo in black and white, possibly as a tribute to Clerks. Number 6. The neighborhood bully and main antagonist, Debo, was played by Tommy Lister Jr. Debo ended up being the character that Lister was best known for playing. Previously, Lister had a successful acting career playing mostly intimidating henchman characters in supporting roles throughout the 1980s and early 1990s. Before Friday, his most well-known role was in the WWF-produced wrestling-themed 1989 movie, No Holds Barred, playing the antagonist Zeus, opposite to professional wrestler Hulk Hogan. In fact, for Friday, Lister was credited as Tiny Zeus Lister Jr. Number 5. Smokey's car is a 1976 Ford Pinto. The Ford Pinto has a notorious reputation for being dangerous, and a lot of them were recalled. The fuel system in Ford Pintos were sometimes defective and caused some of them to explode when they collided with other vehicles. Number 4. The film was shot around 126th Street and Normandy in South Central Los Angeles, known territory of the Crips Street Gang. The Crips are known for wearing distinctive blue bandanas and clothing, whereas their rivals, the Bloods, wear equally distinctive red bandanas and clothing. As such, all red clothing of any kind was heavily discouraged from being worn on the set to prevent cast and crew from being assaulted for appearing to be associated with the Blood Street Gang. Ice Cube grew up being associated with the Crips, but he never officially became a full-on member. Number 3. The movie was the feature-length film debut of well-known actress, Megan Good. She played kid number 2 who gets moved out of the way by Smokey, next to Big Worm's ice cream truck. After appearing in Friday, Good went on to have a very successful career, appearing in movies such as the 2005 film, Roll Bounce, and the 2007 movie, Stomp the Yard. More recently, she had a supporting role in the 2019 superhero movie, Shazam. In the movie, she played character Darla Dudley's adult superhero form. Number 2. John Witherspoon, who plays Ice Cube's character's father, is a dog catcher by trade and is seen watching the movie, Man's Best Friend, a film about a genetically engineered dog that becomes homicidal. Man's Best Friend was a sci-fi horror movie released in November of 1993, and it starred actor Lance Hendrickson, along with actress Ali Sheedy. Just like Friday, the film was also distributed by New Line Cinema. Number 1. Successful actor Michael Clarke Duncan made his feature film debut as an uncredited extra. He appears in the black and white flashback scene playing dice with Smokey and Debo. Around this time, Duncan was working as a bodyguard for big celebrities while trying to make it in Hollywood. Duncan really broke out as an actor in the 1999 movie, The Green Mile, playing the role of Gentle Giant John Coffey. His performance in that film earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor in a Supporting Role. Well, that was the movie Friday, 10 Things You May Not Know. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe to the Dave Likes Movies channel right here. If you have suggestions for any movies in the future I should do, let me know in the comments.